All right, this is episode 2 of Cloudy Vision. My name is Cloud. I'm with my co-host, Ali C. And today we're going to be talking about anime, drama, and nerd stuff. And
as usual.
Yeah, as usual, just what we'd like to talk about. This past week, we actually both decided to watch Cells at Work. It's kind of this, I don't know if it's a newer anime, but I'd never seen it before. And I found it to be pretty interesting. Ali, what were your thoughts on it?
I believe it's from 2018. I was obsessed with it. I had to make myself stop after the 5 episodes so that I would remember what happened in those 5 episodes.
Yeah.
It's so good.
I liked it a lot. Good. Yeah. So what I liked a lot about it was the fact that it's kind of educational. You can get away with saying it's educational, and
I was learning. See, yeah. I'm taking human biology starting this month. It's educational.
Yeah, I mean, basically,
it'll help me with my studies.
It's homework. Watching anime is now homework, guys.
Yeah. You heard it here first. Watch anime for your homework.
Literally. But yeah. So it's basically about the human body. And all the cells are personified within different characters. There's white blood cell guy, there's red blood cell guy, there's complicated names for things I can't remember off the top of my head.
So it follows, I think episode 1 was when things kind of got started. And it follows,
I believe it starts off with the red blood cell.
A3803.
Oh yeah, that was her number, but they just call her red blood cell. But
yeah, she's a newer red blood cell. And she gets attacked by pneumococcus, which is a bacteria. And
a pathogenic I can't speak bacteria. God, I messed up.
It's a pneumonia. It's a strain of pneumonia. And see, it's educational. It's teaching us things.
Yeah.
I do know that, what was it? It was U1146, the neutrophil.
I only know them by their disease names and white blood cell names.
The neutrophil showed up and helped. It did escape though. So the first episode covers this pneumonia virus being discovered and then escaping. It was really cool. It built this little shell, and there was a smoke screen, and it was just so cool.
The way that they made the bacteria is all the bacteria in this show, they looked like they were some type of just foreign alien monster blob things that you wouldn't even imagine seeing in any animes. The first one, he had tentacles or something that he attacked with or something.
Yeah.
I don't know, but they're all crazy, dude.
The T cells are sent to try to hunt down the bacteria.
Yeah, I couldn't tell. Wasn't that that was kind of shown as the military for the body almost, or was it
yeah, which is what T cells do. I mean, they're the things that attack. And white blood cells, but yeah. And then I think they were headed for the lungs. They were looking for the lungs in the first episode.
Yeah, the red blood cell girl. Then I think what happened was she brought the box that she was carrying to the lung room, and then when she went to open it, the germ was hiding in there, and what came out and attacked her, right?
Yeah. Was that the lung room? Yeah, maybe.
I think that's what I'm thinking of.
Or the map room. I think it was the map.
Oh yeah, map room.
Yeah.
And then the white blood cell, so he comes out, and then he just pretty much he's struggling against this bacteria, but he 5-heads it, walks backwards. The bacteria walks into this trap, and is he gets trapped in this bubble and machine, and then sneezes out. I don't know how to explain it, but
yeah, it was a trip, y'all. Y'all should definitely go watch it. And that was just 1 episode. That was the first episode.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
I found the pacing to be pretty good too. I never was watching it at any point was I'm bored. That never happened.
Yeah, no, it was because so many animes start off so slow.
And there's the
Anna
animes where there's a fight for an hour. It spans across 5 episodes, and it's just one minor fight.
It's such a classic anime thing to do too. Anna has blessed us with her presence. Hello, Anna.
Episode 2 is called Scrape Wounds. This one was about the red blood cell finding the platelets, and then the platelets were these small people or whatever, and they're basically like the cells in the body that clog up when you're bleeding. Like it creates blood clots to stop bleeding and stuff. Mm-hmm. And so they were like, they were carrying like the heaviest things and stuff. And I found them to be adorable, to be honest. Like
they were adorable, tiny little powerhouses.
Yeah.
So I know, what was the action in episode 2? I know she meets back up with the white blood cell at one point.
Yeah, so I think that in episode 2, there was like the ground collapse, like there was an earthquake or something, because like
right, yeah,
there was an earthquake due to like an abrasion that the human had or whatever. And
it was staph infection. Yep.
Yeah, and so then all of these like different germs just start like flowing through this like open wound or whatever, and they just all start just slaughtering red blood cells. I think, I don't know if they actually killed any, but they were like in there.
There were a couple of different germs. One was staph, I think strep, and where did I write this down? Pseudomonas, which I don't even know what germ that is, but it's another germ.
Yeah, there was a bunch
and they're
of
demanding nutrients basically so that they can multiply.
Yeah, but I think so they ended up fighting the white blood cells, and then the platelets came in clutch, clogged up the wound, and then no more bad guys could get in, and then they saved the day, and it was crazy.
Basically, yeah. I enjoyed every minute of this show, honestly, so far. Yeah, I'm gonna finish it. I'm gonna watch through it, and that's a feat for me because I'm really bad at watching shows.
Yeah, I found what they did really well with the show too is finding a balance between showing you the characters and like actually making a connection to what the cells are and what they do. I'm no like biologist or anything, but I found like I could like somewhat follow through on like what's happening and have a general idea.
Yeah, you might not remember all the names, but like you'll recognize it. I feel like it'd be a good way to teach people how to recognize what each cell does, even if they don't remember what they're called.
Yeah, or maybe like even introduce them to the concepts or whatnot.
Yeah.
Because
like how we used to get with Magic School Bus.
Yeah, I never
when you go inside the body.
Dude, actually, wait, I did watch Magic School Bus. So yeah, and then there was the episode
3.
Influenza.
Oh right, he runs into that was the influenza episode. So it was the like basically baby T cell runs into influenza. This person's got a lot going on in their body.
Yeah.
I mean, we all do, but god dang.
This guy is like constantly like getting messed with. The naive T cell. I don't know if it's like that's what they were calling him in the show. But
yeah, I think it's just
basically he was
cell.
like he was in the town and he stumbled on this zombie. And this zombie was like scaring him, but it was like a weakling. And the naive T cell just like started crying, running out of there, and the other T cells came in, like handled it for him. And there was also like a macrophage. I don't know what that is, but macrophage was in there.
Macrophage, yes.
Killing the cells and stuff.
So macrophage is basically the cells in your body that identify things.
And so they help like the T cells identify what they're dealing with, right?
Yeah, and I think they classify it a B, a type B.
A type B?
Something. Yeah, that's what I meant.
Oh yeah. It was
like a type B virus.
Influenza. Yeah. So macrophage identifies it. The T cells go in there to deal with it, but they keep like I think cloning themselves over and over. So it's like I think they said within 1 hour it could 100 times. Within 24 hours it could like times 1,000,000. So they had to deal with it quickly. And so what happens is the naive T cell, which is a little dude, he goes there and he meets the bad zombie dude. He runs away, but then he comes back and he's like a Super Saiyan. And he clones himself like 100 times. And he just like wipes out all the zombies.
I think it says they fight for about a week before they realize that it's actually a type A virus. So they have to like go back and make more antibodies. It was crazy.
Yeah. Dude, I'm learning a lot from this show.
Seriously, it's so educational. Like,
I mean, I basically have a biology major from watching this show, to be honest.
Right? Like I said, I'm taking human bio at the end of this month, starting at the end of this month. I already know everything I gotta know just from watching the show. If they make me write up a midterm paper, I'm just gonna like write up an analysis of this show and send it in.
That's what I would
imagine that major weeb move.
Yeah, like, sir, can I write about I know it's a biology class, but I really want to just write about anime. Can I just turn that as my project?
Literally.
So then episode 4, food poisoning. It starts off with red blood cell watching the stomach, which is like shown as a lava pit. And then I think the white blood cell responds to some germs that are attacking. They meet up with eosinophil, which is another like type of white blood cell. At first, eosinophil seems to be weak against like the most basic bacteria. It's like she tries to take on this one bacteria, gets completely stomped, like no competition. The regular white blood cell guy has to come in and like fight for her. But later within the show, there's a Vibrio bacteria that's like this type of bacteria that usually is only in seawater from what they said in the show. And they said it was like ingested while the human was eating raw fish or something. And this dude looks humongous. He looks like a nightmare that you would see out of like...
He's a goddamn like Giga Chad.
Yeah.
Of a
he's
unit.
like, it's like, it does not look human. It does not look like it understands anything. It just looks like a monster. And so this dude like is about to pretty much...
Vibrio? Vibrio.
Yeah. Like a Vibrio bacteria.
Giga Chad.
Just disgusting, bro.
Absolute unit.
And so what happens is eosinophil finds out what her purpose is and what she's actually good at. So like nobody else can deal with this monster. Like the monster's just killing everybody. But eosinophil just goes up, one hits this dude, and he's done. And so she redeems herself. At first everyone was like kind of like giving her shit for being weak at first with the initial bacteria. But after this, everyone's just like, oh my god, I underestimated you. You're the best white blood cell in the world.
Yeah.
And so I kind of found that to be like, damn, bro. Like, you only like her because she saved your lives. You know?
Literally.
You guys are so fake. All the red blood cells.
Fake as hell. Oh my god.
The last one
Fifth one was cedar pollen.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
So this is an allergy-based one. Which was really interesting that they're not only always doing like diseases and viruses. I found that really interesting.
Yeah, it shows you like different everyday things that could happen to you.
Yeah, because like the body does react to allergens differently than it would react to a virus or a bacteria. So, no, that's really cool. And I think we also meet memory in this one.
Yeah, the memories.
The memory cells, yeah.
Which is like, well, the episode kind of starts off with like a meteor hitting them, but it's like the pollen, because the meteor is representing the pollen. So it comes down, and they're like, okay, we got to create a strategy to deal with this, right? So the memory cell eventually is like, this is foretold in the prophecies, dude. We're all going to die, literally. He brings out this ancient book or whatever. And he's like, read it right here, and he was like, did they believe him at first or not? I don't remember if they did.
I don't think they did originally, but then like the allergens started causing absolute chaos.
Yeah, and everyone I think started fighting with each other. Nobody took this memory cell seriously. And the fat cell released histamine. I don't know much about biology, so I might be butchering this, but they released something. And everything started flooding, and it was just chaos. And then I think they made up at the end or something. I don't know.
And they ended up with steroids too, I believe, which would be just like an allergy medication.
The steroid, bro. He is like a robot death machine. Like.
Yeah, and Memory's like, I don't know who this is.
Because we'd never seen this before.
Yeah, and then the steroid runs out of battery. So it like
dies. Yeah, it's just like useless.
Basically, it just is done. And then everyone makes up. It's all fun.
Yeah, they live happily ever after.
And then Memory's like, I will remember this so it never happens again.
Yeah, and I bet we can all tell how it's gonna go for the third time this happens.
Yeah, right.
But I actually have a theory I want to show you about the season 1 in this show. I found on Reddit. I found it to be kind of interesting.
Okay.
I'm gonna screen share with you. But the theory is that in season 1, the body this takes place in belongs to a homeless guy, And the dude on here...
That explains all the diseases.
Yeah, why he's getting sick so often. So he's like, it says, hear me out. We all agree a lot of stuff happens to this body that is not typical. I do not think he is a soldier because they said early on that the body is immunocompromised. To join the military, you have to pass an extensive health and fitness test. Patients with diabetes are let go. Therefore, a person with immunocompromised immune system will not be allowed in. So the sequence of events makes sense if it is in a bum. Food poisoning, eating whatever he can get, including some rotten fish from the dumpster. Random infections, common for all of us, but more so since he is out and not as sanitary. I was surprised when Pseudomonas showed up in the bone marrow. I don't think we watched that one.
No.
Since usually that's the most impenetrable, unless he has osteomyelitis, which is common amongst the homeless. And then heat stroke, living on the streets without shelter or AC during the warm months. Unreliable access to water will lead to heat stroke. And then hemorrhage stroke, bum knife.
I don't think we didn't see heat stroke either, but no,
yeah.
that sounds interesting.
But yeah, the first two we did watch, the random infections and food poisoning. So I thought this was kind of interesting. I don't know if there's any...
No, it's a working theory. I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah. To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case.
Yeah.
Oh, there is this meme too. It's just kind of random, but... no one. Platelets and cells at work. It's just like construction workers, but they're kids.
Literally.
They're like...
little children.
Just child labor, pretty much. It's insane. But yeah, that cells at work. I really like that one a lot. The next anime we're gonna talk about...
I'm gonna keep watching it for sure.
Yeah. But this next anime that we're gonna talk about, I did not like as much. I've got some hot takes for this. I got some hot takes.
My husband is a One Piece stan. He loves it. And he was over the moon when I was like, hey, do you want to sit down and watch 5 episodes of One Piece with me? He was so happy. I was bored out of my mind the entire time.
I'm gonna make a confession here. I didn't watch past episode 3. Okay? I'm sorry. I only watched the first 3 episodes. I couldn't make it past episode 3, dude.
In his defense, he said it's one of those animes that starts off really slowly. So yeah. Maybe we'd have to commit to sitting down watching like a ton of them before it got interesting.
And like another thing to its credit is it was made in 1999. The first episode aired back then.
It had some really interesting elements. I was just bored. Yeah.
I found it to have like very slow pacing. Dude.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about episode.
There's no explanation as to why like this kid is traveling alone, or why he ate some random fruit that made him rubber, or like why he wants to be a pirate, or what is happening.
I mean, to be fair, it could
that probably comes later, maybe.
Yeah, but I
just a little backstory to start with is always nice.
Yeah. Also, one more thing I gotta say about this is that I found Luffy to be like extremely unsympathetic to other people in the show, and like I didn't like him. I did not like Luffy.
That kind of struck me as weird. Like, I get that he's the main character, he can do what he wants, he's made of rubber, so like he can take a beating and fight, but like why is he such a jerk?
Yeah, he's a dick, dude.
Like, why is he such a jerk? I don't understand.
Yeah, so the first episode kind of just starts off with like there's these sailors, they're bringing this barrel that's like kind of in the ocean, they're like bringing it on deck, and then they're like they look out a little bit and there's these pirates just on the ship and they're firing cannons and they're attacking the civilian ship.
So what I will say is I've seen bits and pieces from throughout the seasons because my husband watches it a lot. All of the villains are really weird.
Are they?
They're so weird. Because in the first couple episodes, we met the lady pirate woman.
Her name was Captain Alvida.
Yes. And the head of the Marines who was trying to kill children.
What was his... Captain Morgan was that guy.
Yeah. With the axe for a hand for some reason.
Yeah, that was
But what got me about the axe for, like, you want to have an axe for hand, whatever, but why did he also have the handle embedded in his arm? Like,
yeah, that was weird. That was a weird design choice. The whole like handle.
And I get he was supposed to be unlikable. He was trying to kill children or whatever. And his son just annoyed me. It's to each their own, but to me it was boring and more over the top and exaggerated than something I would usually watch.
Definitely, I agree. I found that in episode 1 when Luffy kind of met with the cabin boy from Captain Alveida's ship, like he's just like sniveling little nerd who like can't defend himself. He's like, you know, very he's kind of a coward, but he's kind of been through a lot. And so he ends up stumbling across Luffy, who's on the civilian ship, which he's like forced to help raid kind of. And he's talking to Luffy about how he's been held hostage on that ship for like 2 years and he can't break free. Yeah. And then Luffy's like, "Oh, you're the type of person I hate. You're a coward. You're a weakling."
Literally, like.
And I was watching that. I'm like, bro, like you have no sympathy for someone who literally can't fight for themselves, is literally a hostage on this ship, and you're just like, bro, you're a weakling. That really, I did not like that. And the cabin boy's name is Kobe, by the way. Forgot to mention that.
Yes, yeah. Who's a character I really don't like that much, but for different reasons.
I don't like him, but like I can understand this little dude's been through a lot. And the lack of sympathy towards him, I just found to be annoying.
Yeah. No, I'm like, I don't understand why Luffy would be such a jerk. The only character we didn't, in the first couple episodes, we don't get to know much about the woman that they keep showing. I don't even think we figure out her name yet in the first few episodes. The only character I actually kind of like is the swordsman.
Yeah, his name is Zoro, right?
Zoro.
I think he's Zoro.
Is it Zoro?
We'll call him the swordsman, but the guy with 3 swords, he's pretty cool. I did like him. He seemed to like... I think what made him more likable was the fact that he was kind of fighting for the children who were being like... Captain Morgan was trying to kill these children, and the swordsman defended them, so... And he was like in a crucifix kind of thing. I don't know.
Yeah,
like,
he was tied up and
I found it... Another thing I gotta mention, too, is Luffy was like, I'm just gonna go and ask this random dude who's on this crucifix to, like,
literally,
be a part of my crew. And
didn't even ask, just decided. He's like, I've already decided you're a part of my crew. Like, who died and made you king?
It's like... I don't know.
I get you want to be king of the pirates, but,
I've heard...
Why?
Now, I've heard that the manga is actually more enjoyable than the anime, so I may give that a shot. That makes sense. But the anime so far, I am not a fan of. Don't like it.
Yeah.
Too slow.
Other than the bits and pieces of when he's watching, I probably will not be continuing that one. Personal preference, didn't like it. To each their own. Personal
preference is a 2 out of 10. Next.
Yeah. Cells at Work, though. Watch it.
Cells at Work is amazing.
10 out of 10. It's so good.
Better than every other anime.
No We're just gonna have to call this episode "We Hate One Piece."
Just title "We Hate One Piece," all caps. Bro, so many people would probably click on that and be
Get
mad.
all the One Piece stands. Yeah.
Oh man, that's. All right. Let's move on to the next kind of thing we're gonna talk about. The our old Utopia project.
So this, Cloud and I went to high school together, for those of you that don't know. Or anyone new that has never seen us before. Hello. And we had English.
Yes, it was.
That was just regular English. It was
in some grade, I forget.
With Komar, she was great. Mm-hmm. But we were studying dystopian novels.
Mm-hmm. It was like 1984, something like that.
1984, Brave New World, Slaughterhouse.
Yeah. Dude, I actually remember these books. That's crazy.
I'm impressed.
Maybe I did learn something.
Scarlet Letter was also one.
That one too. I never read any of them.
Yeah, I know you didn't because I did your homework.
I read Spark Notes too. You gotta give me some credit for that.
All right, you did Spark Note it.
During the test.
But so we were in a dystopian unit. We're talking about dystopian novels, the idea of a utopian society and why it would never work. all that fun stuff that you do in high school or college or whenever you feel like it. And we had this project we were working together on. It was us and one other classmate, and we were to design a utopian society. But me and Cloud, being the people we are, decided to take it on a very militaristic front.
A very also like eccentric kind of take. Very out there.
So our utopia was called Nia Archie, which stands for New World. It's Latin, I think.
Yeah.
Because we were, super edgy. The motto. Do you want to tell them our motto?
Oh my god, bro. This is gonna get us canceled. I'll say it, but... Alright, our motto was, living is a privilege, not a right. That's for our utopia, okay? It's bad, I know. I was like 17. Don't cancel me, okay? It just is what it is, okay? I
think you came up with that, and I was immediately like, absolutely, yes.
It's how we kept people a lot in line, okay? There was no other way. But yeah.
So yeah, we took it to some extremes because we were good at that. And so we had religion. We had a whole religion thing lined up. We had like structures lined up. I think we started working on an economy base, and then we also designed robots.
Yes, many robots.
Many robots.
Because you can't have a good utopia without robots.
Exactly. So there was the builder bot, the kill bot, and the surveillance bot were the main ones.
Yeah, here I have the builder bot on my screen right now. X11 New World Order. I think that's what it stood for. But yeah, Ali actually made these in Blender, which is pretty crazy.
Long time ago, and I'm actually recreating them, so look for those. Maybe next podcast we'll show that.
For sure. Did I draw the draft for these on like paper? Because I have the killer robot.
You did.
Yeah, this one I had like a Gatling gun on the side, a missile thing on the left side, and like a sensor on the middle, I guess.
Yeah, something like that. And then the surveillance bot is just this dorky little floating like TV, basically.
Dude, he's my favorite. He's my favorite.
He is so cute. That's the first one I made.
He deserves more credit. But yeah, I actually have the draft right here. Maybe, do you mind if I just like read through it real quick?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, so Project Omega. I don't know what this was. This is so long ago.
I don't remember.
2039.
I'm surprised I even found those things.
Yeah, I'm surprised you still had these. Like, I thought these were just long gone. Like, in some landfill.
I also still somewhere have... Do you remember when we did the mini rant? The Edgar Allan Poe project, where we wrote, like, what we thought happened to Poe.
I vaguely remember it.
And you wrote this absolutely amazing story.
If you still have that, please send it to me. I want to see that.
You ripped it up, remember? And then I taped it back together. I'm pretty sure I have it. Why did I rip it up? I don't remember. Because you didn't want to read it in front of the class or something. So I taped it back together and kept it. And I think I might still have it. I'll look. New World Order. Let's learn about Project Omega.
All right. So religion, Project Omega. I don't know if this has relevance to what this is. 2039. New World Order begins research to develop the perfect being to lead us into the next stage of evolution. 2040. First test subjects show positive results. 2047. Completion of perfect being. Next stage of evolved human species and includes 100% control of brain, peak human physical condition, cell regeneration, less need for worldly values. What the fuck? What does that have to do with anything? Less need for worldly values?
I don't know. We thought it was important at some point, apparently.
2047. People find out about his existence and taught to call him God. Subject escapes and finds the Library of Congress. Reads all books within seconds. Literal seconds. Leaves Earth in search of more knowledge. That is wild. 2142.
What drugs were we on in high school, dude?
2142.
None, but we should have been.
Comes back to Earth, revered as a god. Kills Trifinity. Reconditions clones. Controls New World Order through new clones. And new religion called Tritheism. 2145.
Tritheism.
Atlantis arises, floating city off the coast of New World Order settlement called Heaven by Most. What the fuck? Bro, I
didn't actually read through that when I sent it to you.
Dude, that is bizarre. Jesus, man.
We were something else when we worked together in high school. That's for sure.
Definitely not productive.
Oh god, no. No. About how we are now.
Yeah. So yeah, that's basically just something cool we did one time.
Yeah, next podcast I'll show off the new versions of the robots I've been whipping up.
Nice.
Because when I found those old designs, I was like, I'm a little better now. I could totally do them justice.
Definitely. Dude, I can't wait to see them.
Might even animate them if I'm feeling extra spicy.
Animation.
Actually,
dude.
X11 was my pet project, and he actually had an animation.
Really?
I just don't have the file anymore. I remember animating X11.
Damn.
Because he had bones and everything. Like, he had a bone structure. All the little, like, joints moved. It was a whole thing.
So, we can talk about some of the mangas I got. Yeah, so, I have a picture of everything I got. Let me pull it up real quick. But, bro, I found out that the place I live at has, like, a bookstore nearby. And I never go outside. So, like, I've lived here for, like, a year. And I literally just found this out last week. So, I went to the bookstore. And I'm like, I wonder if they have manga. I might get back into reading that since, you know, we have the anime podcast and stuff. And I went in there and they had lots and lots of manga. I got like literally 8 different types, just the first volumes of each. I was like, I'm going to try these out to see what I like. I got JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I've seen part 1 and part 2, but I just want to like collect that. I've seen Tokyo Ghoul. I got that just to read the manga. Spy Family is kind of new. Honestly, I don't know why I picked this up. I just thought it looked cool. I read volume 1 and 2 of this so far. It's really good. Spy Family is really, really good. I got Bleach because I want to collect that. Shiver. When I was at the checkout, the cashier was like talking to me about all these different mangas that I got and like recommending stuff. And she's like, "Yeah, this one by Junji Ito. This guy makes really good stuff. You should check out his other stuff." So
I've never read any of his mangas, but Junji Ito, I've seen his artwork. It is insane.
Yeah.
Absolutely insane. I love his style because it's all the pen and ink line work. I absolutely love Junji Ito's style, and I want to pick up one of his books or a couple.
Yeah, like I literally never even heard of this guy before. I just grabbed this book because the cover looked cool. Like that's literally it.
How did I hear about him? There's this Australian horror artist that I watch who does a lot of like he'll buy cheap coloring books and then make them into horror art, and it's really, really cool. And he started doing Junji Ito style drawings, and then he like obviously would credit, he's like, this is a Junji Ito inspired, you know, style. I was like, I don't know who that is, and I looked him up and I was like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Who has the time or the skill? Not me.
I've read through a little bit of Shiver, which is the one I got by him, and the artwork is crazy. Like, because
you know it's all like little intricate line work. I can't.
Like the artwork on here is just crazy. Like there's this one chapter about a person who like starts getting holes through their body, and everything is so detailed. It's such good like perspective, and the anatomy is really good within it, and how they drew the characters.
Put a mini warning right here that it's horror art if anyone's squeamish, but I'll find one of his more mild pieces just to show the absolute skill level.
Yeah, but the dude's very talented at art. I found this story, maybe it's just because I'm reading the short stories. I found it to be I wasn't too engaged with it, but I'm gonna read one of his longer mangas. Like I ordered Uzumaki. I'm gonna try and read through the whole thing because like with short stories, it's hard to like have people attached to the characters, you know? Like the stories are 40 pages long. It's like you're not gonna get attached to them, but they were interesting. I did like them.
If anyone ever sees what looks like hand-drawn pictures of usually women where like their head is sunken and it's spiraled and there's like an eye in it, that's Junji Ito's like signature. Here, let me send you one of what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Slightly graphic because he's a horror artist, but y'all should be able to handle this. It's not too bad. He's got some graphic horror art, but this one is like his signature kind of style.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely love
warning, in case anyone was squeamish, but this is pretty, yeah, this is cool.
That's kind of his signature, is the spiraling and then the eye sitting in it. So
yeah.
Talented.
I got like 3 other ones. Chainsaw Man. I heard some things about it. I think it's still like.
I know they're making a new Chainsaw Man anime.
They are. Oh yeah.
So
they're making the anime.
We'll have to check that out.
Which is why it's popular. And then Hunter x Hunter. I heard that was a good one, so I picked that up.
Mm-hmm.
And then Haikyuu. A lot of these like I've heard of before, but I wanted to like read the first volumes to see, if I like it, I'll get more.
Yeah, because you don't always mesh with an artist's style or the way they write. So
yeah, that's pretty much what I got. I've seen the anime. There's a manga for Weathering with You, but I got the mangas for that too. I ordered that online, and that's pretty much everything I got. I spent a lot. I spent over $100 on mangas, dude.
Wow. It's worth it. Why not?
Definitely.
I think the only anime news I wanted to touch on actually was published today. And this person, Shinshosha, published an AI-drawn manga. So it's called The Cyberpunk Momotarō, and it's completely drawn by an AI.
Interesting. I know there's a lot of mixed feelings about AI art. I don't really care for it too much, but
it's got a lot of potential, but yeah, there is mixed feelings because artists spend so much time and effort learning and practicing, where AI is pretty much just taking information from other artists' work, basically, and creating something new out of it. Like, I've messed around with, like input phrases or words or things and see what the AI does, but yeah, it's definitely a hot topic for artists.
I think this could be like kind of telling for our future, because speaking of AI stuff, that kind of leads into our next topic. There's like, I kind of skipped over this, but yeah, I'm showing on screen now the AI art manga. I think this is kind of telling of the future a little bit of, where we're headed, and I think AI is going to be like a very big part that plays into our future.
Oh yeah, definitely. Which was always going to be the direction we were going to go.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. Since the first person thought up the idea, it was going to happen. Because humanity can't leave well enough alone.
There's this like AI Twitch streamer. I kind of like briefly brought it up, I think, to you. I don't remember. But I saw it on this tweet right here. It's by this guy does like a lot of news stuff, I guess. I don't know. I just saw this on my feed. And he says, "This is Neuro, the first of its kind, an AI VTuber and streamer, which is not only one playing the game by itself, but it's also interacting with the chat. It's interacting with the chat and playing the game."
Because, I mean, it was how many years ago now we got Sophia, the AI woman, and that kind of terrified people. But now, they're interacting and playing and...
Yeah, and playing the game. Like, that's crazy.
That's a lot of processing. Like, oof.
But this is crazy, dude. Like, this is insane. So let me know when you're ready. All right.
I'm not your mother. I'm an AI. Your mum what? What do I call a cow with 2 legs? Your mum.
She's like talking with the chat.
I feel like a cow with 2 legs.
Yeah.
Your mum. Got him. I'm not your mother. I'm an AI. Your mom.
Like, it's not highbrow content, but
it's definitely
it's still insane.
Like,
it's absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was watching.
But yeah, no, people freaked out when Sophia became. That's her name, right? Sophia.
Wait, I don't know what you're talking about, actually. Sophia.
The AI the fully robotic AI. She has citizenship in like Switzerland or something.
Humanoid robot developed by Hong Kong-based company Hanson Robotics. I've never seen this, actually.
Yeah, she kind of blew up because she was the first, at least the first physical self-aware being that humanity's created, because they gave her a body and everything, and then the ability to think. They probably have her turned off right now, but I'm pretty sure, I think it was Switzerland she's got citizenship in.
On October 27th, Sophia was given Saudi Arabian citizenship and became the
Saudi
first
Arabia.
robot to receive citizenship of any country. What?
Yeah. It was more of a publicity stunt than anything, but it was crazy because that is going to set the foundation for when physical AI robots really start becoming a thing. And even online ones, like that streamer, if it gets smarter, like, who's to say it's not a citizen of something?
That's crazy. I feel like this is going to be a huge, like, political issue, like, 100 years from now.
Because at this point, humanity is creating life. Whether artificial or not, it's life, and it's intelligent life.
It's crazy.
So yeah, that's a direction we're going.
Yeah, I just think it's crazy.
Because there weren't countless movies and books and things telling us not to.
So on the AI Twitch streamer, it says, the stream is controlled by AI. Neuro can chat and play games. What language is this made on? Mostly Python for the game. AI. Mostly Python for the game AI and C# for the VTuber. This content uses sample data owned and copyrighted by Live2D Inc. The sample data are utilized in accordance with terms and conditions set by Live2D Inc. The content itself is created at the author's sole discretion. Interesting. Okay. So yeah, that's, I don't know. I just thought that was interesting, so I wanted to bring it up. Just a quick recap. Most people probably know who James Charles is. He's been alleged to, I don't know if he was alleged or convicted, but at the very least, there were allegations that he was talking to minors through Snapchat. I think he actually made an apology at one point for doing so. And he's been shown to have many messages towards, he's been very aggressive towards getting people to like send him pictures or like to hook up with them.
And he's making a lot of people uncomfortable because his preference seems to be going for straight men.
Yeah, which is not good. That's bad. That's
shoot your shot, but once you realize it ain't gonna happen, back off.
Yeah, if somebody says they're not interested or if they're straight, you should just, you know, respect that and not be pushy.
Yeah. And there were clips of him, like he sent this guy videos, whatever the Instagram calls the vanish mode videos. They're like shadow videos or something. They disappear after you watch them. Props to this guy for recording his phone the whole time. Basically, one of the clips was James being like, I know you're straight, so you probably don't know much about... The guy cut the video off. I'm assuming it was explicit. Not that one. That was James trying to guilt
Oh, this is
David.
a newer one.
David is the man in question here.
Oh, okay.
That video right below this was James trying to guilt David into FaceTiming him because David said no.
Oh my god. Yo, this is video evidence. Wait, let's watch this.
So if I be like, oh my god, David, you're annoying, over text, right? You don't know if I'm saying like, oh my god, David, you're being annoying. Or like, oh my god, David, you're being annoying. Or like, oh my god, David, you're being fucking annoying.
Dude, he's a psycho.
Like emotions that you cannot see through text. You only get to actually experience those through a FaceTime call or through being in person. Even over the phone, you still miss out on things because you're missing somebody's facial expressions, right? So because you refuse to hang out with people or because you refuse to FaceTime, you're not allowing people to actually get to know you as like a human being. And that's a massive, massive problem whenever it comes to being in a relationship with somebody. You cannot fall in love with somebody simply just from text. So if I'm being like...
Just keep in mind that he sent this to someone he knew was straight. So the relationship part doesn't make any sense anyway. Someone who had refused multiple times to FaceTime him because he didn't want to, and trying to guilt him into FaceTiming you because, you know, you can't tell what his inflection is. Oh well.
Yeah, I think a good rule of thumb is, like, unless somebody makes it explicitly clear that they're joking, take what they say at face value, because
exactly
at the end of the day, like, if something happens where, like, oh, I thought they were joking, but there's a text message that says X, then people are going to believe what X said as it is. They're not going to, you know.
And as far as not being able to read inflection in a text, I get that. It can be annoying. But if you really need clarification, you ask them for clarification.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, how did you mean that last text? Like, what? In his example, am I actually annoying you? Because I can stop.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, literally. He was making it out to be a bigger problem than it really is. Like, just...
Yeah, it's a manipulation tactic, is what it is. Very classic narcissistic manipulation tactic.
This next part right here. Well, did we read the first part? I don't think we really James Charles is back at flirting and making straight men uncomfortable. The alleged screenshots reveal the benefits of being his BF. In one text, James says it's really lucrative role. James used Instagram's vanish mode to attempt to prevent a leak. I think we said that already, but I think people should also remember that just because you use something like vanish mode or Snapchat, it does not mean that the messages are deleted. They are still on the back end. They can be obtained if they are needed.
Yeah, I mean, props to this guy for recording his phone, because I'm assuming vanish mode does what Snapchat does, and if you screenshot, it probably tells the other person you screenshotted. So props to him for recording all this so he could gather the alleged evidence. Nothing has been proven either way.
That's so crazy. Like, this seems to happen so much with them.
I think there was a tweet about it too, that James sent him a message first, right after following him, asking for an age check.
Oh, yeah. Part 3
and as soon as he verified that he was old enough, he went into vanish mode to start the other talking.
Bro, like right here.
So like that's sketchy as hell.
Like all he says is age check, please.
You're right, and that's a verified account. Like you can.
That is like if anyone asks.
And that one
age,
will still exist because that wasn't in vanish mode. So that one is.
Yeah, David has a text conversation with a friend saying what similar articles about his past with guys or what is happening to him. The friend says he doesn't stop. The message from him at the top, straight to hell. It's funny, everything I read about the article is all stuff he said. He doesn't stop. Yeah, he messaged me, damn, well, have a good night then, David. Imagine you sent the article. So is this to his friend? Yeah, with a friend. Okay.
So but like, basically the rest of the thread is just talking about how this is not a new thing for him.
Yeah, James knew he was
not okay.
He was straight in Vanish video. He sent to David, attempting to make David feel wrong for saying no to a FaceTime or meeting in person.
Yeah, that's that same video again. If you scroll down a bit more, I believe you can see the one where he's like, I know you're straight, but...
Oh, this one? James is getting...
Oh, no, this one is where he was getting jealous that like David was talking to a girl, even though he's straight.
Bro. That's so weird. So James says, I'm trying to see which of my friends are also staying here. Also, who's Irena Ponte? So honored to be half people you follow. Haha, she's a girl I'm texting. I find it hard to find people that are actually interesting to talk to. And James says, wow, my competition. I'm cuter. And then the guy says, LOL, you guys are both great. And James says, ouch. And then he says, I only met her yesterday through a dating app. And James says, oh my god, and you already followed her? Bro, that's so weird.
He also follows you and didn't, like, homie.
This is, what this seems
and
like...
And the next one was when he switched into vanish mode.
After David
allegedly,
going to
of
TikTok,
course.
After David going to TikTok to release the screenshots, James sent a message to him saying, "Go f yourself, David."
Yeah.
Bro, there is something.
But the texts, you can argue they could be faked. They could be proven to be real or faked. The videos, however,
the videos are, I would say they're gonna need like a really good defense as to why this exists, like an extremely good excuse. Which...
Yeah, no, and go down to the next video.
Oh, there's a second video? Oh, okay.
Yeah, this one. It's very short, because he cut it off before it got explicit. But,
okay, I'm gonna play this.
So obviously being that you are straight, I would assume that you don't know a lot about...
So this is basically just the video that's showing that he's admitting that he knows the guy he's talking to is straight.
That's crazy,
The rest of what transpired shouldn't have happened, to begin with. Allegedly, of course.
Allegedly and breaking. I learned that from Weasel
But
News.
so that's the James Charles situation.
Andrew Tate versus Greta. So where do we even start with this, man?
Whew. Andrew Tate, just saying his name should be enough. But if you don't know who that is, he's not a great person. He's like, if you look up misogynist in the dictionary, it's probably his picture.
Yeah. Like
toxic masculinity. Greta Thunberg is she made it big when she was 13. She's the environmental, she's really the poster child for environmental stuff now.
According to her Twitter bio, she is an autistic climate justice activist born at 375 ppm. I don't know what that is.
So they had some beef on Twitter because Andrew has this collection of cars. What does it say? 33?
Apparently 33 cars.
And he added Greta because she had been talking about the effect on the planet that fumes from cars, create, which is a real problem. Mm-hmm. So he added her and been like, I have 33 cars, they burn through all this gas, and
My Bugatti has a W16 8.0 L Quad Turbo. My 2 Ferrari 812 Competizione have 6.5 L. Dude, I don't know what any of this is, okay? I'm like...
It just means they burn a lot of gas.
This is just
basically. So he's like, please provide your email address and I'll show you the rest of my collection. So she claps back.
She said, yes, please do online me. Email me at smalldickenergy@getalife.com. 3.9 million likes as of January 6, 2023.
So he had a response video to that. It's only a couple minutes long, so we should watch that. First, let's talk about that tweet. That one. The quote tweet. The guy that told them to stop flirting. I don't care if she's 19. There's not a situation that makes these type of jokes okay. There's really not, unless you're in a very tight-knit small group of friends that like have this type of humor, because I have this type of humor with certain people. But it's not an okay type of humor to have publicly. Or at all, realistically, but at least publicly.
Yeah, so the guy, Jake Shields, says, Andrew Tate and Greta Thunberg need to stop flirting and just fuck already. And then Andrew Tate quote retweets and says, she ain't ready, which is insane. That's unhinged. It's
yeah.
I mean, I didn't take this dude to be smart in the first place, but this is,
And then I was reading through some of the other comments under this, which we won't go through because there's a lot of them. But basically, people were like, "Oh, this is funny because she's of age."
But it's really not, though. It's like
if there's any point in time, it wouldn't have been funny. It's still not funny.
Yeah, and this is literally sexual harassment.
It literally is.
Okay, so here's the response video.
So Andrew Tate and Greta have went at it on Twitter, but this is Andrew Tate's final response.
Release some greenhouse gases. I'm obviously a stranger to online controversy. It's not something I often do. But now, the mainstream press is commenting on the fact that I was informing Greta that my very extensive car collection with internal combustion engines, which run on dead dinosaurs, have an enormous emission profile. And she replied by telling me her own email address. Greta's email address
you asked for.
I have small dick energy.
This is such a reach though, because like anyone who's like has any type of like everyone can just read that and be like, yeah man, that's a roast. Like she's talking about
literally.
Like,
why would that be your own email address, Greta? Strange. I mean, obviously I don't want to assume her gender. It's 50-50, but it is what it is. I'm not actually mad at Greta. Please bring me pizza and make sure that these boxes are not recycled.
Guys, it's the pizza.
So I'm not actually mad at Greta, right? Because she doesn't realize she's been programmed. She doesn't realize she's a slave of the Matrix. She thinks she's doing good.
Can I just say one thing? The way this guy talks about like slave to the Matrix and stuff like this, like what is he talking about? Like I don't know.
I don't know. In the video of him being arrested, when he was being pushed into the car, he literally said, "The Matrix has got me."
It seems like he's done some drugs, like seen something that in his dreams, I don't know.
I think homie took the wrong pill.
Yeah.
It's a reference to the Matrix for all you kids. But anyway.
Someone has sat her down and convinced her to try and convince you to beg your government to tax you into poverty to stop the sun from being hot. And then, because I called her out on it, the global Matrix got this bot farm to like and retweet and all this bot commenting to try and pretend that her telling me
wait, he says bot really bothers me.
Somehow teaches me a lesson. Welcome to a new episode of The Clown Show. But now I know at least that Greta, with a little hate-filled face, bitter, sitting somewhere without the heating on, in the cold, a little hat, shivering, use my tweets, which is going to make my Twitter account far more fun into eternity.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So, the way he says bot really bothers me.
What accent does he even have? I don't know.
I don't know. But also knowing that what he was arrested for, he really does be looking like a pimp in these videos. Like, what is that smoking jacket and the cigar and, like, the fancy Romanian house? And anyway, if y'all don't know about the arrest, go look that up on your own. But now, we're gonna end this off with reacting to a music video that...
Yes, the Andrew Tate official music video.
Mr. Plenty himself put out a music video about himself.
Oh man, this has gotta be good, dude.
I watched the first, like, 2 seconds of that, and that's it, so let's...
Alright, let's try not to dive cringe.
Sick boy on the beat.
Got one of his 33 Bugattis.
Oh, I'm sure we're gonna see quite a few of them.
I don't know if that's a Bugatti. I'm not a car guy, but...
Oh, we're edgy. We're edgy, it says suicide.
Door suicide, Kurt Cobain, McLaren 720, but it sound like a plane. When I'm on the road, stay in your lane. Beat getting killed like a shot to the brain. Suicide, 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 suicide. It's do or die, do or die, do or die.
Very, complex chorus.
I was broke, did it dirty, no soap. I was gonna write a suicide note, but now I kill it making suicide notes. Bang it out, bang it out. Kill the game, I don't wanna hang about. White chicks, no doubt.
His rhyme scheme is just like 2 words.
Bounce with me, bounce with me. Got my brother in the gang sipping in the house with me.
It's almost as complex as Gucci Gang when that came out.
Put your fucking hands in the sky for me. That's me, that's me. Big Daddy T-A-T to the E. Money on my mind every day, every night. Mess with me and you're committed.
He would call himself Big Daddy.
Door suicide, Kurt Cobain, McLaren 720, but it sound like a plane. When I'm on the road, stay in your lane. Beat getting killed like a shot to the brain. Suicide, 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 suicide. It's do or die, do or die, do or die. Make 'em wanna lose their mind.
Oh god, no, I don't care about this dude. He's not Andrew Tate.
Also, can we get a seizure warning?
Yeah.
God,
no joke. Free smoke, supermodels, deep throat. On a wave while you're struggling to float. Still setting sails, might buy myself a boat.
Also, I love how he probably rented a dog that was supposed to look mean, and it just looks sad.
Yeah.
Like, someone go save that dog.
Wait. Did you see that? Look how awkward he's dancing. Yo, what the fuck?
He probably actually dances like that.
Bro, he's just like standing there.
He doesn't even know how to throw money right.
Bro, this is like that one kid who grows up in the suburbs and he's like, he tries to like act like he's from the hood. Or like that.
What are the effects on this video?
I don't know, man. This is big L for Andrew Tate.
He is a big L, let's be real.
Yeah. I mean,
ooh, yeah, very complex lyrics.
I did one thing I love about this
cinematography
dude is how everything this guy talks about is just like stuff that like kind of is an attempt to get validation from other guys. He's like, oh, I got cars, literally. I got bitches, I got all this stuff.
That is like the basis of any good misogynist, especially the narcissistic ones.
Yeah, it's like
I got money, I got cars, I got bitches.
It just, I don't know, man. It just seems weird.
Them women, they ain't shit, homie.
Yeah. Okay, do you want to end this off on just like quick New Year's resolutions?
Well, I guess my main one is I'm starting school at the end of the month, so it's not really a resolution. Maybe if I learn English, that can be my New Year's resolution. No, I want to do well in school, and I want to really focus more on, you know, connecting with people this year, because I tend to go into blank zones.
That's a good one.
I don't talk to anyone. So.
Yeah, I never thought of that's a good one. I kind of have a similar. I want to make it through another year of college without failing any classes, because I've struggled in the past with a lot of my classes. I failed calculus 1, I failed calculus 2, and I failed physics 1 before. So I really would like to just get through all my classes this year without failing anything, even if it's like a C-. I don't care.
Yeah. Passing's passing in college. They do not care.
For like my channel, I want to upload like 1 podcast a month, 1 gaming video a month, and then 1 unique YouTube short. I think that's doable, especially if I have like Lily helping and stuff.
And I do want to start streaming again. That's my other one. Is at least once a week I want to stream.
And where can people find you at?
You can find me on Twitch at xxalicxx, because I'm a 90s child. And I'll probably upload them on YouTube afterwards.
Nice.
Couldn't tell you what my YouTube link is. Be in the description.
Yeah, we'll put everything in the description, all our links and stuff. I have like a fitness goal for this year too. I want to try and get to the 1200 powerlifting total. I have an 1130 right now, which is like the combinations of your bench press, your deadlift, and your squats. And yeah,
I am on a health fitness regime. I've been having quite a few health problems, so I want to kind of get to the bottom of those, get them sorted out, and hopefully lose some weight this year. You know, not too fussed about it, but it would be nice. And I want to get back into lifting.
Finding a good routine for the gym is like kind of hard sometimes because like school or like your routine can change up and stuff. But
I'm pretty blessed. I have a home gym, a little bit of one. Like I have a treadmill and a heavy bag. I don't have any weights, but
I have a home gym too. I love my home gym. I've been building it for the past few months. So
I feel like when I didn't have the equipment here and I had a membership, the thought of going out to the gym was what was really stopping me.
Yeah,
it wasn't so much doing the work, it was going out to the gym. Like there's people there, I have to like get ready to leave my house and then leave my house.
I have the same issue because I have a lot of social anxiety and like the just anywhere in public, but the gym especially and like restaurants are like very difficult for me.
Yeah, and I feel like, I mean, you've always been a decently fit person, but I tend to get some looks at the gym, so I don't like going.
Yeah, I feel like people should just in general be more supportive of people who go to the gym, who are like actively trying to better their own lives in a system where they are literally designed and set up for failure.
Also, I don't know if you have this problem, but every time I've gone to the gym, the personal trainer is trying to get you to sign up for their courses. I can't. Bro, I can't.
Most personal trainers are just they have no idea what they're doing, bro.
Just let me do my thing, okay?
Yeah. I got like 2 more quick ones. Like I've been wanting to learn digital art a lot, but I've just never found the time because I have so much going on. But this year I want to try and like actually start learning it and create like one good thing of art that I like. And my other one is like 100-day Duolingo streak for Spanish. I figure that's doable. You know, just do a little bit every day.
Yeah, I gotta get back into French too. But I think my only other main thing is I actually got my guitar back out and I want to really sit down and play more.
I can never get the hang of the guitar, but it's
maybe next month I'll show off my guitar. She's a beaut.
Nice. Well, that is gonna be episode 2 of Cloudy Vision, the best anime podcast on the face of the earth. If you don't
anime, drama, and life advice.
Yeah, it's now an anime, drama, and life advice podcast. Okay, we just changed it.
Go watch anime. It's your homework. All right.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Have a good day. Bye.
Bye.